I'm always trying to improve the workplace, no matter where it might be. I've been in workplaces, well, I don't want to say how many decades now, but a long time. And over the last decade or two, have created my own. And it's lovely. It's wonderful. And people are very happy here. So what I want to talk about is culture change. But to reduce inappropriate behavior in the workplace. You may have a wonderful workplace. Maybe you have a hostile workplace or something in between. Either way, culture change can help to improve removing, eliminating, or at least reducing the amount of inappropriate behaviors that take place. So workplaces are made up of people from various ages, genders, races, ethnicities, socioeconomic classes, and so on. There are times when professionals cross the line with their actions, language, or conduct that violate company policies, professional standards, or legal protections, and they cause stress, conflict, and risk within that work environment. Luckily, there are a number of ways to change a culture like this into a more professional and appropriate atmosphere. Now, I like to have fun, but things can get out of hand. And within our workspace, we're on a mission. And sometimes inappropriate behaviors can veer us off course into very inappropriate places, and we don't want to do that. What is inappropriate behavior in the workplace? Well, acceptable and unacceptable behaviors must be spelled out in the company code of conduct, policies, and procedures, and every employee should be aware of behavioral expectations, as well as specific boundaries that you do not cross, no matter what. Standards and behavior should apply to each and every staff member, including leadership, management, supervisors, everyone. Some examples of inappropriate behaviors in the workplace include, see how many of these apply to you in your workplace, harassment, things like sexual comments and or advances, discrimination, unfair treatment based on personal characteristics, bullying or intimidation, spreading rumors or using threatening behaviors, insubordination, refusing work instructions. That's inappropriate. Unprofessional communication, using profanity or sending offensive emails. Physical misconduct, aggression, or bringing a weapon to work. Now that's getting very frightening. Conflicts of interest, working for personal gain, violating company policies like substance use at work or misusing company resources. Leadership plays an important role when it comes to culture change to reduce inappropriate behavior through accountability. Culture mirrors leadership behavior. Let that soak in. Your culture mirrors your leaders' behaviors. Leaders must be the model of respect in communication and professional boundaries. They must have a zero tolerance for inappropriate behavior under their watch. Managers must also be accountable for the employees under their supervision. If leaders turn a blind eye to inappropriate behaviors, they will only continue, possibly get worse, and your culture will not change. A vital piece of culture change to reduce inappropriate behaviors in the workplace is training and reinforcing. Let me explain. Leaders must train for behavior and not just for compliance. They should move beyond this checkbox training and provide education on respectful communication, unconscious bias, power dynamics, and bystander intervention. In order to reinforce training and policies, leaders should align incentives and consequences for inappropriate behaviors, like the following: tying promotions and bonuses to behavioral standards, recognizing and rewarding positive culture champions. If you want people to be a champion, reinforce it, reward it. Document and address minor issues before they escalate into big problems. And conduct regular culture pulse surveys, walking and asking your staff, what would you say about our culture? How does it feel to work here? What can change? What do we do best? What do we do not so well? What's your favorite thing about working here? It's important to remember this: what gets rewarded gets repeated. I'll say it again. What gets rewarded gets repeated when it comes to culture change, training, and reinforcement. Now I'd like to address root causes of inappropriate behaviors within the workplace. A final note on culture change to reduce or eliminate, that would be nice, inappropriate behaviors in the workplace, involves being very open and honest about the root causes or staff behind them. It's people doing behaviors. Sometimes inappropriate behavior stems directly from sources like a lack of leadership, high stress, burnout, toxic norms, lack of diversity or inclusion, or poor lines of communication. Any of those can be fixed. It's a good idea to look for root causes and sometimes specific employees that might be causing the problem and perform an appropriate intervention to change that culture. Now, I do have some final thoughts on culture change for inappropriate behaviors within the workplace. People will be people, I get it, but that's still no excuse. Leadership, employees, norms, and conditions create the workplace culture, whether it's behaviors that tend to be appropriate or inappropriate, professional or unprofessional. Beyond policies, procedures, and checkbox training, leaders must take and communicate a firm stance on behavioral expectations and boundaries by being the ideal image of respect and accountability. There you have it. Culture change for inappropriate behaviors within the workplace. I'm always looking for ways to improve where people work, especially in senior care. So visit me sometimes. My blog is drjimcollins.com. My email, jim@collins.com. My company's collinslearning.com for online compliance training for your entire staff, and CEU Academy if you need some continuing education for your own license. I'm Dr. Jim signing out. See you soon. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video because we have so much more to offer if you are looking for an online learning partner for your staff, compliance requirements, continuing education, tracking, reports, the ability to share documents, send messages, even track training that you're doing outside of the system. Collins Learning is waiting to become your online learning partner, and you will receive best-in-class customer service and support So follow the link below. Check out Collins Learning today.